Okay, first things first, sorry this video is late. Um, as you know, my birthday was Tuesday, now 23, um, and there was a lot going on. Well, I don't even want to say there was a lot going on. It's just, it was kind of a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie. Everything was fine until I left work. The only people that really showed up was Jesse. Jessie was there the entire time. Caitlin showed up both nights. She stayed the second night. Mike was there the second night, and Juan came both nights. Didn't stay, he just came both nights, and Mike actually stayed the second night. At the 15 people that I invited, 4 showed up. So, yeah, and then, I mean, some was just a victim of circumstance, and I know that. We had the DM that we were training, and so Trish was working literally the entire length of the party. So I understand that one. The one was pregnant, so she just completely forgot. There were a couple that were working or just couldn't make it or whatever. Those I understand, but it's the ones that literally had nothing else to do, that literally said that they would rather go home and do nothing than come to the party, that I'm pretty pissed at right now. I'm not even gonna try to lie. I'm kind of perturbed because it's like you would rather do anything else than spend an hour with us. I mean, like, and you claim to be my friend. I don't. Like, she did say happy birthday and stuff like that. She did give me like a little thing, and I was very grateful for that, but it kind of just makes me think that, if she were to have to go out of her way to do it in any capacity, she wouldn't have done it. I don't know, but I'm going to talk to her today about it. So yeah, basically put, it was kind of a bust. I got screwed over a few different ways. I mean, the parts that were good, they were really good. Like, I don't want to sound like it was entirely bad. Like, some people did show up, and we had a lot of fun with those people because yeah, we had a lot of fun with those people, and they were the only ones that showed up. So I do know who actually showed up. I do know which ones weren't available versus just didn't like. I don't know, just didn't want to come. I do know what time they could have came, and I know that they knew about it, and yeah. We have a ton of food left over because, again, thought more people were going to show up because they told me they were going to. This wasn't just speculation or something. They told me that they were going to show up. They told me that they were coming. And so I bought food for the 10-ish people that said that they were coming. And so, and this was over 2 days, so I bought plenty of food. And so now I have a ton of extra food. And so I had to come home, so I had to, because we were staying right by my work, so I had to come all the way home, which is a 25-minute drive, had to come all the way home and then go all the way back there, because now we have all this extra food that I need to get refrigerated, so, yeah, I kind of got screwed over a lot of ways. Yeah, so it wasn't horrible. It wasn't everything was going wrong or whatever. Or there are some good parts. There were some really good parts. There were some fantastic parts of that, and I wish we would have recorded it, but that is literally the only thing. The fact that the ones that did show up, the fact that the ones that did show up and that they were there and they were, supportive and genuinely wanted to be there and all that stuff, that's what kind of has kept me sane throughout this entire excursion. So, those 4 people, I couldn't, put into words how grateful I am of them. Yeah, they're literally the only things that have not made me like break down and cry about this entire experience. But so like once they showed up, everything was fine. But it was just the hours and hours because we were sitting and waiting for people to show up. Because we didn't want to do anything without them or whatever, and so like we wasted an entire day and a half of a 2-day party just doing nothing but waiting for people to show up, and so yeah, that was, and then eventually just got to a point where I go, screw it, I'm going in the pool. If anybody shows up, let me know. If not, then I'm staying in there till 10 o'clock. Like Trisha, it's a learning experience. I know not to do that again. I'm probably never going to have a hotel party again. Even though, you know, the hotel was nice and all that stuff, the Wi-Fi sucked. But the hotel was nice. And I actually do like the hotel. It's nothing with the hotel, it's just the fact that it was so much potential, and like you could, because of, like, we got the King Suite, right? So, like all that potential of people being there, like, and it didn't happen. I'm thinking next year is just, hey, I'm going to this place to go out to eat. Anybody's welcome to join me. Like, that's how done I am right now. Maybe the 25th birthday will actually do something, because then my car insurance will go down. I can rent a car. So yeah, maybe 25th will actually do something. But as for next year, I don't think I'm gonna be doing nothing. Sorry, this was kind of a whatever. Like, I mean, like I said, like when people did show up, like it was great. It made it all worth it. It made all the aggravation worth it. But it was just those long periods of waiting, like until I woke up at 6:30 or something like that, 6:37, and just because I couldn't fall back asleep, until like 7:30 at night waiting for people to show up. So like 12 hours waiting for people to show up. Like it kind of does a little bit of damage on your mental psyche when you're sitting and waiting for that long for anybody to show up. Like, when all these people said that they were going to be there. But yeah, thanks for listening. I know this was kind of a downer. But yeah, have you guys ever had this experience? I guess I hope you haven't. But anybody else had this experience or whatever? I know it's like, it's your birthday. You shouldn't be validated just by how many people show up, and I get that, I do. But it was just that it was like it was what I expected based off of what they were saying. Like, I didn't just like say, oh, these people are gonna show up based off, and I didn't really have any groundings. They told me that day that they were going to show up that day, or they're like, I'm so sorry I didn't show up yesterday, but I'm for sure going to be there today, and they didn't show up. Or the ones that literally had nothing else to do, like they sent me their schedule and I could see that they weren't doing anything else. The ones that got off early specifically to go, and then they said that they would rather go home and watch TV than go there, and they didn't even leave the mall until an hour and a half later, and so they could have came, we could have got them, and they could have stayed for an hour. Both nights. That's the one that I'm really perturbed about, because she literally sat at the mall, which we walked there earlier that day because we were just waiting for something to happen. We walked there earlier that day, and so you obviously can do it. And she was sitting at the mall for an hour and a half, just doing nothing, but sitting there and waiting, because she would rather do that than come. And she said that she would rather do that than come. That's the one that I am actually pretty pissed off at right now. especially when I have gone out of my way to do all these things for her. Let's just say that's not going to be happening anymore. But yeah, if you've had an experience like this, leave it down in the comments. And I will see you there, I guess. Alright, bye.